Hello, I'm Michael Reed of AuthenticAstrology.com. A total solar eclipse in Punarvasu Nakshatra is taking place on the 2nd of July. Eclipses tend to bring major changes into our lives in the months that follow. If you'd like to know more about how this eclipse cycle is likely to impact you, please feel free to visit my astrological services page where you can schedule a consultation with me at the link above. So you failed. Good for you. I'm really glad that you failed. Now, before you push that stop button, before you decide, I don't want to watch this guy anymore, he's not behind me, he just wants me to fail all the time, let me explain a little more deeply. In some rare instances, failure is actually a good thing. Though you may be thinking in the back of your mind, right now, failure is not an option. Well, certainly it must be, because it's being dished to you on a copper platter, if even, that nice of a platter, right? And it doesn't feel really good, I'll acknowledge that. As a matter of fact, it feels pretty damn disappointing. But, after all, you put forward your best effort, didn't you? You followed your heart, didn't you? And perhaps it didn't work out that well. And perhaps right now you feel about as big as this little speck of pocket lint. Poof. But you know what? That pocket lint is pretty light, right? The burden on a certain level has been released from your shoulders minutely for a moment, right? And even though it's being released from your shoulders and not being replaced with a sense of elation, but instead with a sense of disappointment, and even though it's making you feel right now like you're pretty ready to give up because you're just exhausted, and rather than coming up with answers, you're just feeling filled with doubt. That may feel like a pretty low place to be, but when you're in that low place, the only place to go from there is up. But the way to go up most quickly at the moment is to not try to come up with some master plan immediately. The quicker you try to do that, the more you're going to see that there are tons of different options and many different things that you could do. And whilst that does sound like a good thing, it's not likely going to feel like a good thing, because you're likely going to find that you're dealing with a situation where there are too many options. So being in that space of disappointment will make you feel like momentarily giving up, but that momentary feeling of feeling like giving up is going to make it so that you'll kind of take the whatever approach. Whatever. And maybe this is one of those whatever situations, because at the moment that you're in, many of the solutions that you could come up with are as good as any other solution. And the sooner that you're able to accept that and understand more deeply that it's the essence of what you're trying to achieve that's more important than the actual manner in which you achieve it, that is the moment that success will come knocking at your door. So I should mention that I am offering several webinar courses in the coming months. There's a Nakshatra Technique course next year, Jaimini Level 2 course next year as well. This year we've got a course on the Lajatati Avastas and the elements of the Panchangam. You can find out information on all of those courses and more at my webinar courses page, which you should see linked above. Thanks a lot for watching this video on the moon's transit through Sravana Nakshatra on the 20th of June 2019. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.